Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2016. I'm Nathan Sawyer, and this is Monday Night Nitro. We are in week 2 of August, and we are coming at you live from the Frank Irwin Center in the Mid-South region. And in a pre-show bout that had decent wrestling but little heat, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated the Ultimo Dragon with Springboard Hurricane Rana. No worker improvements. And in a decent pre-show match, the Steiners defeat Harlem Heat when Rick Steiner defeated Booker T with a flying bulldog. Scott Steiner is improving in performance. And then in our last pre-show match of the evening, Jerry Lynn defeated Psychosis with a cross arm breaker and no worker improvements. And then this starts the show. Whoa. After the NWO make their way to the ring, Hollywood Hogan goes, "Well, you know something, all you NWOites out there. The New World Order is taking over, brother. And when you're New World Order, it's NWO for life, dude. Now there's this big goof walking around here with Hollywood Hogan's championship belt, dude. And Giant at Road Wild keep my belt nice and warm and shined up because the NWO are taking over and Hollywood wants his title back, bruh." And then the Outsiders, Scott Hall goes through his usual stick. "Hey, yo. Now I have something to ask because once again, it's survey time." Now what I want to know is, how many of you came to see the WCW? The fans cheer and Hall goes, alright. Now how many of you came to see the NWO? And then the fans go through the stick with Hall. Hall says, "Survey says another win for the good guys." And then Hall passes the mic to Nash. Now I know there's a lot of people out there who think the NWO are just here to collect paychecks, but that is totally beyond the point. See, Hollywood wants gold and so do the Outsiders. In Harlem Heat, you have something that we want. The NWO World Tag Team Championships and at Road Wild. The Outsiders challenge you, Harlem Heat, for the NWO World titles. The WCW is in for a rude awakening because the NWO is taking over and there is nothing anyone can do to stop us. We sent your boy Sting packing, he hasn't been seen in months. We split up the Horseman and now there is absolutely no one to stop us from taking over. Then we move to the next segment. And Hollywood gets the stick again. And he says, "Well, you know something, dudes. I couldn't help but hear that poor excuse of a little man Ric Flair come out here on Saturday night and tell me and all the NWOites out here that they four horsemen are still alive today, brother. Now, I don't know what champagne you've been drinking lately, Flair, but it's like this. You will always and forever be a Hollywood wannabe, brother. When you're the world champion, then maybe you can get on Hollywood. But not even then, because Hollywood Hogan is just too sweet." Then we go through the survey. And then this time he says, "Big Kevin, I heard last week that some chumps called Harlem Heat decided they were going to sign their death warrant and accept the Outsiders challenge for Road Wild." And then we went to the Nash stick. And Six was just out there for video camera purposes. And then in our first contest of the evening, we have the Booty Man beating Mike Enos in 7 minutes with a submission with a figure 4. And then in our next match, we have the Public Enemy defeating the Nasty Boys in 6 minutes and 7 seconds when Johnny Grunge defeated Brian Knobbs with table bomb. Power bomb through the table. Announcers put over the fact that in our main event will we see Kevin Nash wrestling Ric Flair. A video is shown hyping the return of the Road Warriors. And about to have decent wrestling, but not much heat. Eddie Guerrero defeated Conan in 8 minutes and 10 seconds with a frog splash. Eddie makes defense number 1 of his United States title. A music video to promote Sting. And then in a match that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Amy Lee defeated Lisa Moretti in 6 minutes with pinfall. Amy Lee is improving in performance skills. And in our next match, we have Benoit and Steve Mongo McMichael defeating the Blue Bloods when Chris Benoit defeated Lord Steven Ringle by pinfall after a diving headbutt. Savage makes his entrance, and he cuts a promo on Kevin Sullivan. Ooh yeah, Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster himself. Road Wild, you and I will step into this ring, and 2 colossal powers will explode. Dig it? You step into the danger zone, and Sullivan at the end of the night, just like the rest, you will feel the madness. Ooh yeah. And then in a decent match, Lex Luger defeated VK Wall Street by a torture rack. VK Wall Street is improving in performance skills. And in a second match, Buff Bagwell defeated Buckhouse Buck with Yellow Jacket suplex. In a terrible match, might I add. No worker skills. No, we are not turning Bagwell yet. And Nash is shown backstage getting ready. Nash makes an entrance. And then in our main event, and about to have fantastic heat and great wrestling, Ric Flair defeated Kevin Nash when Kevin Nash was DQ'd when Scott Hall and Hollywood Hogan ran in and attacked Flair along with 6. And then to close the show, the 4 Horsemen reunite as they save Flair from New World Order as Arn Anderson, Chris Benoit, and Steve Mongo McMichael run off Hollywood Hogan, the Outsiders, and 6. And in a post-show match to send the crowd home happy, the Giant defeated Randy Savage by pinfall with a choke slam. An 80B is the overall rating for the show. Not a bad show. The show increased our popularity in 16 regions. We drew 13,932 fans. Let's see what Raw did. Shawn Michaels beat Vader via DQ. Goldust defeated Sir Mo. Vader declaration said he is the true star of WWF, carrying the company single-handedly. Pat Tanaka has an offer. Rocky Maivia has an offer. Randy Savage, the Ultimate Dragon, doesn't connect with the fans. and the WWF have increased their production values to industry leader. J.J. Dillon has signed a contract with WCW. No action because it's just weed. We will give you a warning. And that will be the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed. And please hit that like button and subscribe. And I hope to see you back here for WCW Saturday night.